Anyway, I must talk about the big thing, the elephant in the room. Address me. Address me. I will address him. How do you even start talking about this? I guess first and foremost, I will get into serious mode. I will turn off the music because this is in fact a serious topic that requires serious mode. The Novel Horizon situation is crazy. Yeah, it is. It is actually. It is crazy. Okay. First and foremost, I would like to truly and deeply and sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, apologize. I am so sorry that this is happening. I am so sorry that this is going on. I have to turn off the headpads because I need to talk using my serious words and serious voice. As much as I appreciate it, thank you. But I need to talk for a moment, okay? I'm very sorry. I am so sincerely sorry. I cannot express how sorry I am about this. I'm going to tell you as much as I can tell you without potentially jeopardizing someone else's legal case or without getting myself in trouble. I did not know anything at all. I did not know the Novel Horizons were facing financial difficulties. I had no clue. The last I heard, my figure was almost finished with the pre-production sample, so it was almost ready to start being mass-produced. I was not told that there were any problems. Nobody contacted me. Nobody told me. I actually found out that they were going bankrupt through Twitter. I was seeing Emily's tweet. Yeah, I knew nothing about this. I knew that the Grimmy Coin was facing some trouble. But I was assured that this was nothing to do with the figure projects, and this was because of the price of silver when I raised concerns regarding this to Novel Horizons. None of us were told anything. None of us have been offered any apologies. None of us have been offered anything. And I want to say that first and foremost. And I want to say I know that this is not my fault. I know that this is not a situation that I'm to blame in. But still, that does not mean that I won't apologize to you. Because, everyone has been fucked over so hard. No one else is gonna apologize, it seems, so I need to apologize. Because you guys are the victims here. And you guys are the ones that are suffering the most. It is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. And I want to advise you that if you purchase the Fallenshadow figure, any of the Fallenshadow figures from Novel Horizons, you charge back. And if you join my Discord, if you are not joining my Discord, if you're not in my Discord, sorry, I strongly recommend you join my Discord because in the merchandise channel, we have a pinned document that some very, very kind Shondo have put together. And, a lot of people seem to be being able to get their money back. yeah. Using disputes and using information. Because while it is past that 180-day period, it is a case where a company is declaring bankruptcy, so you should still be able to get your money back, at least if you have a mainstream credit card or a Visa or a MasterCard. The hope is not lost. You might have to call up, you might have to fight, you might have to cite some citations in their legal things, but you should be able to get your money back. Yeah, you need to take a look at the Discord if you haven't already, because it seems that a lot of people are able to get their money back here. It seems like PayPal is a lost cause, but if you pay through your card, through PayPal, you should be able to get help through your bank. It doesn't cost anything to try, that is true. And I just want to say, first and foremost, I am deeply fucking disgusted with this. I don't really have any words for how mad this makes me. I cried the entire day that this song went down. Not to be like, oh, I'm the victim here. I have never experienced anything like this before. I've never had people important to me fucked over this hard before. And I've never been in a situation where as many people are... Well, the people in charge are lying to everyone the way that they lied to us. Now, I do want to take some level of responsibility here for, I guess, not suspecting that they might be mismanaging or lying to me. But I don't know. When I entered relationship with Novel Horizons in 2023, because this stuff takes a long time. It was 2023 when we started talking. Mid-2023, before the Fillion figure fiasco, I believe. Before the Grimmy Coin stuff, before everything. What I saw when I first started speaking to Novel Horizons was a massive company that was making VTuber figurines for VTubers, and we're sending them out, and there was no issues. The models were being delivered. The issues started after I had already signed things, after I had already began working with them, after I'd already dropped thousands of pounds on commissioning artists for this project. And then, even then, every time I raised something and I said, hey, I saw this on social media, is everything going okay, or are we still projected to release the figure at the right time? And I was told, yeah, it's nothing to do with you, it's fine, everything's okay. And I didn't feel like I had any reason to not believe that, and even if I had, I don't know what I could have done. I really don't know what I could have done. Did you have to commission Rukako yourself? I did, and I'll get to that. I can't go into too many details here because I don't want to cause trouble for any other VTubers, but I do want to say I personally am not planning on suing Novel Horizons or the people that are behind them. One, because I'm not American. Two, because I'm not looking for payout here, even though it seems I was screwed over so hard that they definitely would owe me a lot of money. I'm not American, I'm not up for the headache, I don't care about that. I care about doing everything that I can to make sure you guys get what you're owed, and maybe one day be able to make my dreams come true, because all is not lost, and I want to say that. I will talk about that as well, but so it turns out that I was very, very lied to from the start about pretty much everything. I will say that all of us VTubers that had upcoming or figure releases, we did all get together and make a group chat, and we've talked about a lot of what happened. I think there's 10 of us or something. A lot of the situation. So we are all banding together, and we are doing all that we can, and we're sharing all the information and trying to make sure we can get all the information we can to you guys. But we've been talking about everything, and it does seem like the more that everyone shares information, the more we realize we were all told completely different things. We were all on different plans. We were all deceived to different levels over different things. But everyone was incredibly fucked over. Everyone was fucked over a whole lot. A lot of the VTubers did not receive a penny of payment, which I did receive partial payment. But it seems that if I had been paid as much as every other VTuber either was told they were going to be paid or was paid, I would have been paid $80,000 more. So basically they told me a payment cut, and then said no, a different payment cut, and then said a different payment cut, and I just went along with it and said okay, because I wanted the figure so bad that I didn't care about the money. It was never about the money to me. What mattered to me was that I made enough to pay off Rukaku. This wasn't a project for me that I got into to make big fat money. It was a project that I got into because the ultimate dream for me, for as long as I can remember, and as long as I've been doing merchandise, is that I could have a Shondo figurine. Yeah. Which, yeah, I did commission Rukaku. Yeah. They never said, hey, we'll pay for your artist, we'll pay for this, even though, it seems they paid for everyone else's art. But, it turns out that might actually be my saving grace in this situation. So, ever since this went down, and VTubers have been talking, and, lawyers got involved regarding rights and regarding this and that. It seems that more and more information just keeps coming out. More and more bad things just keep coming out. Like everyone was saying, oh, all VTubers that have merch at the warehouse, and I can't go into this too much because it isn't my situation. Yes, the critters are noisy. But, it seems that basically they were telling VTubers to rob the IRS. There's just so much incompetency, stupidity, and malice here. It makes me sick. So, turns out, and I believe people have said things about this, there were, I believe the word is liens out against Novel Horizons since as early as 2024 by the IRS. That means that all of their assets, all of their intellectual property is, it's owned by the IRS in the case of bankruptcy. Which means that when this all went down and Novel Horizons started saying, oh, it's okay, VTubers, come and pick up your merch. Now the VTubers that did that have stuff they're legally not allowed to have. Nobody told us about any of this. Nobody said a word about any of this. There's more information that's being withheld. That's just one of the ways they keep screwing people over, I guess. How can you laugh about that? I will be livid. I'm sick. I've spent the last week culminatively speaking to people all day, every day. Even now, before stream, I spent, I think, 2 hours today alone just sending back and forth emails, messages to legal, to people involved, to the good people who worked in Novel Horizons, because there was good people who were out of a job. There are people who got fucked over so hard by this that were working there for months without pay. I've been non-stop dealing with this for a week. It's been like my every waking thought, trying to do everything I can, trying to collect as much information as I can, and trying to figure out everything I can do. But it turns out that because of these liens, there is, well, it turns out when all of this first started happening and they tried to get the people who worked at Novel Horizons tried to get the customer information and all of the 3D sculpt files and illustrations sent out to the affected VTubers so that we could hopefully work towards the figures not being lost, working towards perhaps someone else helping. And I'll get onto that again in a minute. There's a lot to talk about, huh? But they recovered these files. They were able to recover mine. For some reason, mine took way longer because they couldn't fucking find them. But they recovered my 3D sculpts, and then shortly after, we all had our customer files and 3D sculpts safely back. We found out that it is not legal for us to do anything with them, at least right now. And for the foreseeable future, until the bankruptcy proceedings have gone down, and I guess whoever is in charge of that decides what to do with the assets that belong to Novel Horizons. So, despite us all having the 3D sculpts, we cannot legally do anything with those. We are not allowed to legally use those. We are not allowed to produce 3D models using those because they're owned by the IRS. Which is so funny, you just have to laugh. It's so funny, you don't know what to do but laugh. They stole our 3D anime girls. It's so fucked. The IRS have my Ushi's 3D. And the really bad news here is that means that since Novel Horizons paid for and directly commissioned most of the artists that did the illustrations for these VTuber figurines, it does mean that the majority of figurines are unusable. That they will never see the light of day unless the court proceedings can be used and unless the VTubers can somehow get the rights back. But in my case, because after speaking to legal counsel, after speaking to some company solicitors, and after speaking to lawyers, it seems likely that mine is not included in this. My illustration, the illustration by Rukaku-sensei that was used for the 3D model, was illustrated by me. I paid for it. Novel Horizons never had contact with her. So it seems that unequivocally, unarguably, I own this. So I guess being scammed here means that the figure may exist. How much did you pay? Thousands. It's a huge commercial project with a professional artist. It was a lot of money. I will say that. So, what does this mean for the figure? It means that first and foremost, and I cannot express this enough, you must get a refund. You must do everything you can, everything you are capable of, to charge back Novel Horizons, because they do not deserve your money. I understand that it's not easy. I understand that for some of you, no matter what, they're going to say, fuck you, we don't care. And again, I'll get to that. So, the 3D sculpt is not usable. But because the figurine... because the illustration belongs to me, it may... And please take this with a grain of salt. It may be possible still. And I will do absolutely everything I'm capable of, no matter what. It may be possible that the figure can still exist. And if we are able to pursue this avenue, additionally, I will do everything in my power to make sure that those of you that cannot receive a refund through chargebacks will either receive the figure that you were promised, or you will receive a refund through an alternative means. But for now, I assure you to please try and do everything you can to get your refund through Novel Horizons. I will do everything I can to make it up to everyone. Unfortunately, I do not have $300,000 to refund everyone. No, I have a house. I could sell my house, bankrupt myself, and never stream again because some company stole from you guys. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I don't legally have to do that. Don't even joke, lad. Yeah. No, I cannot pay value 5K. No, it is not my money to refund. If you get your refunds through Novel Horizons, the money comes from them. Or at least from their bank. And if it comes from their bank, then when the proceedings go down, the banks will not allow this. They will not allow this. They will fuck them over and take the money back. What about Dumb Novel Horizons? Okay, so, as far as I know, the people in charge of Novel Horizons, not the employees that work there. As far as I know, as far as I'm aware, they're currently walking away scot-free. As far as I know, and this is a rumor, I have heard that this guy owns multiple houses in big, expensive American cities. I've heard he owns nice cars, and I've heard... I don't know how true that is. That is just hearsay. I feel the urge to clarify this. The people in charge, it seems, have come out of this very well. I don't know what's gonna happen to them. This is my personal speculation. But I will say that I do not personally understand where, from my accounting with other VTubers, over $2 million can go. I do not understand how they are bankrupt with over $2 million in undelivered goods being reaped in as revenue. I do not understand where that money is going. I don't understand where it's sitting. I don't know how it's possible to be declaring bankruptcy when you made $2 million off of VTuber figurines that were not made, not shipped, and not delivered. I don't know. Where's that money? I have no clue at all. And that's all I can say about that. I have some opinions that I must not voice on stream. So, next steps here. Refunds. I cannot emphasize this enough. Do everything you can to get your money back. But I do want to emphasize that there are some really, really, really good people out there. There are some good companies out there, and I will also say that the past week, all of the VTubers banding together and all of us sticking together, and everyone's been talking to everyone, and everyone has been doing their best to share as much information and help each other and do everything we can to make things right. And also, everyone has been there's also been a lot of people outside of VTubing as well that have been able to help us and talk to us, and they're willing to do everything that they can to help us, that they're able to, which is mind-blowing to me. There are good people out there who want to help. I've been speaking to a company, and I straight up said, like, what is the catch? Why are you trying to help us? They just said, yeah, we want to believe there's good people in the world. And we want to believe that people can do good. And that made me realize, for just a brief moment, in all my doomering and crying and throwing up and feeling like crap, and yeah, that's right, there is good people out there, and we will keep trying and doing everything we can. Regarding what can be done, what can happen regarding the figure, what can happen regarding it, it's all way too early to say, sorry. We are still in discovery in terms of all of this, but there is a company that I'm speaking to who are really, really, really nice, incredibly helpful. They cannot help, like, connect everyone with enough resources and be like, trying to help us, and they're trying to do everything they can to help. I feel like I shouldn't directly say who it is just in case all this falls through or whatever. And, you know, nothing goes anywhere. Because everything that's been done so far to help me and all the assistance I've been given by this company is just out of kindness. There's no anything, but I have a lot of love. Yeah, I think most of you know, but I'm not saying it out loud. No, I'm not getting my hopes too high. I'm still trying to think the mindset of it's lost, it's so over. Because I won't be disappointed that way. There is also a lot of employees of Novel Horizons who, like I said, have been working for months without any pay, who have been, even now, spending their valuable time contacting us and trying to help us and provide everything that they can. And I have nothing but love and empathy for them. Because there's a lot of really, really good people who've been screwed over. Is there anything at all we can do to help? You can get a chargeback. To me right now, the thing the Shondophrenics can do the most is do their best to get that money back, essentially. That is the most important thing right now. That is why I cannot emphasize that enough. Not just because you deserve to have your money, and not just because you deserve to have your own fucking money, but also because Novel Horizons does not deserve to have a fucking penny of your money. Do not let them fucking have your money. Just know that even now, I'm working around the clock, all day, every day, to talk to people, to figure out as much information. Like, even now, I have 6 DMs while I was on stream. As well, I've been streaming all about that, yeah. And I'm doing everything I can, as many hours of the day, working as hard as I can to, one, gather as much information, two, to help the people who are trying to help me, and three, to do everything I can for you guys. It's so messed up. I mean, I guess there's something in the... Well, it's not consolidation, it's not relief, but there's the knowledge, I suppose, that we're not the only ones affected. You're not the only one affected. I'm not the only one affected. This is thousands of people we're talking about here, and I know that makes it even worse. It makes me so miserable to think of all the other VTubers that were screwed over by this as well. Like, especially the VTubers that were screwed over by VShojo as well. It's just sick. Like Amelie and like Henya. It just... And their fans. It's genuinely devastating that people could do this. A super fan! A Shondo super fan became the villain to get his ocean into Henya's DMs! No! Nobody did that! God damn it. Frog. Behave. Hits you with the newspaper. That's not the real story. No. Yeah, everyone who got burned by mad scientist media, I don't know anything about that. It's not a situation I know much about, but I've heard that there is some kind of connection between MSM and Novel Horizons. Who the fuck is Seth? I don't know. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if they had any power. I don't know what. I don't know if that's the guy who fucked everyone over. I don't know. I never knew of someone in Novel Horizons called Seth. But who knows, really? I don't know. Yeah, fuck that guy. Whatever. Yeah, fuck Zed. Don't care. I'm trying to think if there's anything else really important. Oh, the trees. So when the figure went on sale with Novel Horizons, they just randomly decided, hey guys, we'll plant a tree for every purchase because sales were going extremely well. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that never happened. Yeah, I don't think they planted any trees. I don't think they did that. Nope. But, some schizophrenics came together and had the really beautiful idea of setting up a page with trees for a change. And now, and for the next month or so, it is possible to plant a tree in the Sequoia Forest in California, I believe it is. And these are real, legitimate trees. Real legit trees. And you can literally go there once they're planted next year and see the trees if you want to. There will literally be a Fallenshadow grove. And I contributed what I could. But schizophrenics have also come together. A lot of schizophrenics have come together and also contributed to this as well. And I know it's like... I don't know, I guess it's... I'm sorry if it seems rude to be like... Whoa, it's getting dark outside. I do want to go see the eclipse later, you guys. In like 10 minutes, I'm gonna go see it. We're starting a grove. It is already at over 400 trees. I kind of thought it was a joke that we couldn't plant one for every order. I believe Novel Horizons, because to me they were a big huge company. What's a few trees, but... We're like almost halfway. It was 900 and something orders for the Fallenshadow figurine. I would like to go there someday. And look at all the trees that we could plant. One tree is $10. Now, if you are someone who is affected by the Fallenshadow figure, and you're out money, or you haven't been refunded yet, or you have been refunded, I'm not asking you to donate to this, because I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, get scammed getting my figurine and then pay for tree. But if you are financially within your means, it might be cool to plant a tree. Yeah. A little tree as a tree to PayPal me 1K trees. I can't afford 1K trees! That would be like a lot of money! 100 was like... I think it was like 600 and something pounds. Currently in my financial situation, I cannot afford more than that. I'm sorry. So, I've planted a tree for 1 in 10. You did 100? No, Otis didn't. My manager, Mr. Otis, planted 100 trees. Of course. Thank you, CEO of Otis Corp, proving you are not a black company. Yeah. Yeah, I can plant one tree for 10 Shondo Phoenix. You guys are gonna have to share your tree. But sequoias are very big. I don't think that Novel Horizons would have planted sequoias, so maybe it's like worth more. I don't know. I don't know, it's nice. They are trees that live a very long time. So they'll all be there in the Shondo Grove long after I'm gone. After you're gone. And they will provide directions and everything. Where we can, I'll go one day and see. It's a really nice idea, and I thank you guys for setting that up, those of you that did. Do not hang your shumos. You can bring them to pay pilgrimage. You know how Muslims pilgrimage to Mecca? If you're ever in California, it's time to pilgrimage your shumo to the Fallenshadow Grove. The 420 trees is so many. Like, how many trees is that when they're all fully grown? It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. I'm putting the music back on. Okay. But yeah, this isn't the end of this topic. As soon as I know more, as soon as I can say more safely, as soon as I have more that I can share that is concrete, I'll be giving you everything that I can, all the knowledge that I can. Fallenshadow Grove meetup in 2036. How much does a tree grow in 10 years? claiming religious time off to go on a pilgrimage to the Shan Forest. That would be nice. I'll definitely have to go one day when they've grown a little bit. New life goal. Which I don't know, isn't it nice that I guess something good can come out of this. I don't know. That's a lot of trees that wouldn't have existed, so at least for now, I'm hanging on to that. They apparently grow 2 to 4 feet a year. Holy frick, okay, in a few years they'll be like taller than all of us. Not Shondophrenics though. Everyone knows all Shondophrenics are 7 foot tall. Shortest Shondophrenic is 6'9". He stopped growing at that height, so people would say nice. It's true. I know it to be. But yeah, even if it seems like there's not stuff going on in regards to that, or it goes quiet, or there's muddling stuff, a lot is going on behind the scenes. For example, right now there's a meeting going on in a huge company regarding my figure. Like right now. Like there is so much happening behind the scenes. And I'm also gonna keep doing my best to make sure that I can do everything I can. I'm gonna say it again just in case. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. My biggest priority in this situation is ensuring that Shondophrenics are done right by. Can I get a Shumo since I didn't get the figure? I can't say much regarding Shumos, but there is a lot going on behind the scenes regarding the next batch of Shondo operated merch. Merch that Shondo is in control of and is shipping. I will not scam you. Yeah, it's getting really dark. I have to go look at the sun. And good things are coming.